here we have left fielder Kelsie Whitmore. He was a Sonoma Stomper in 2016 and 17. And you and I, we go back from really your first year with the Stompers.
Yeah, no, yeah, we were on the same team for a while, and it was a good time. We had a really good team, and atmosphere is great. Great group of guys. I still keep in contact with them, and they're like older brothers to me.
What were kind of the differences when you were in high school compared to before you came to then coming to the Stompers, and really the difference of those two platforms?
Yeah, I think I mean, first and foremost, I grew up with those guys in high school, so I felt very welcomed into the the environment. And since I grew up with them since I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. um, but competition wise, it's definitely different. It's in high school, the guys they're not really always talking about the game all the time. Their minds go in other places, and they like to talk about stuff outside of the game. But in pro ball, it's you guys are talking about the game constantly. Even off the field, I would catch myself having conversations with some of my teammates about that kind of stuff, and that's what I really liked about it. Was it's literally eat, breathe, sleep baseball, and that was the best part about it. You wake up and you go to the ballpark, and you play for forever. It almost feels, and you go to sleep, and you wake up and you do it again. And that was another thing too, is when you're in high school, it's you maybe practice for about 3 hours and you call it a day, and then you're done. But in pro ball, it's an all day kind of thing, and you only get one day off, and every Monday, and that's about it. And it's a grind. I think that's the biggest thing. It's a grind, and it's these guys' jobs. It's your job's on the line. It almost feels like your life is on the line in a way. And in high school, it's definitely different. Have half and half with guys that are trying to get to that next level, go play college, but then you have other guys that they just want something to do in the springtime.
Oh, no, I completely understand. I mean, there's a different level when you go from high school to college and then to professional. I mean, the pool gets smaller and smaller, as you keep moving up the ranks. Back to that 2016-17 season of just, being on the same team. And, I think our fans and, just the people that follow us and really track us, it was a huge, barrier, of course, of having yourself, Stacey Piagno and Anna Kimbrough, right, on the field, really three women representing that they can play baseball, right, and you're here with the rest of the team, and how the entire team, I think, really just turned it into just you're a part of the team, and this is we're all in this together. And so it was just a very special moment, for those 2 years. I think I had a great time, getting to know you guys and playing with you guys. But really, I wanted you to just talk a little bit about what were the going through that. I mean, I don't think people really understand like all the emotions. I mean, I know for myself as a player, to that point, it was worrying about performance and creating a routine. And this is really like your first time doing that, by yourself. And then for you though, I think you had all those to worry about, but then you had other challenges that you had to, that you were thinking about. So would love to just kind of hear if there were other challenges, or if they were the same as ours.
Yeah, no, I think for me, going into it, like we were talking about, I was 17, 18 when I kind of really started, and it was really intimidating at first. I'm not going to lie. I was about 17, 18, and I see these guys that are like 23 to 28 years old. And I'm like, man, the last guy I ever competed against was literally 17, 18, like my age. And you're going from seeing maybe high 70s to mid 90s, and it's like it's a whole big jump. It's and but it was a lot of you had to really get into a routine, and you had to really compete and try to get to that feeling of feeling comfortable. I think that was the thing is kind of felt uncomfortable at first, and I had to just learn to feel comfortable in a very uncomfortable situation. But when I first got there, I was a little nervous, and I even remember the first day I was there, walking where the in between of the cages and the dugout, and I almost hesitated because I didn't know how I felt at first, but I just went for it because I knew it was something I wanted to do and to be a part of. But it's hard to say, fan base wise, what struggles I had, because the fan base there was so supportive. I couldn't even imagine being with another team because of how supportive the people in the town was. But I'd say more personal. There were definitely struggles I had to come across, which was just adjusting to the speed of the game. Just trying to adjust to just even talking the game differently. So many different things, and you grow up. Like, I grew up playing since I was 6 years old, so I tell myself at the time, I was like, I feel like I know a lot about this game. I feel like I'm ready to be here. Right when I get there, I realize there is so much more that I need to know, that I need to learn. And I'm very thankful that I was there at a young age, because I was able to kind of grow at a young age through a lot of things that I didn't know, especially on and off the field with just the game. But I think over the years, it's really helped me become a better person and a better ball player with the environment I was around. I do know that there was a teammate, he did not like me at all. He ended up getting cut really early, so I was kind of happy about that, because I didn't have to kind of deal with that or be around him anymore. And but it kind of made me have to just stand up for myself, and it made me want to prove myself even more. So I kind of looking back at it, I was really happy I had that experience with not just having a team full of guys that were always supportive and willing to help me, but I was happy I also had a little bit of struggle with another teammate, because it made me want to just be better and to just prove not him wrong, but prove myself right. You know what I'm saying?